to let this move me as our souls tangle with each other and we pull tight the fibers that connect us. We are long estranged, it's true, but it's all too familiar, the mingling of our voices, and I say that from the heart. So thank you, Talisman. What an incredible feeling it is to meet the voices that have guided us from afar. Through the years we have not stood together physically, in the years that we have not stood together physically, your voices have allowed us to mesh with your souls. Thank you for your voices, and for being with us, although you may not know it. To all of us here in this hall, my offering of words on this occasion is an honor. There's no clear disconnect from year to year in Talisman. And my standing here is no more warranted than any other soul that has poured sweat into this movement. And I do mean movement. I mean that from the heart. Such a statement, some would think, is contrived or overzealous, or perhaps a misguided attempt to justify a problematic medium. For there is no doubt that Talisman is problematic. This, in fact, is the reason why I'm so fervent in the belief that it is a movement. So what is Talisman? Why is it problematic? First and foremost, we must recognize this realization is the foundation for the questions that drive us. This idea that Talisman can be a problem confronts us every time we turn our faces from the pages of music and the pages of history and try to engage with our community as singers and question our role as a group of singers in the community at large. Is it okay that we engage with musics of resistance and solidarity from South Africa? Is it okay that we sing stories that may not directly be our own? Is it okay that we speak and sing of beliefs that not all of us believe, though we have a desire to communicate? Is it okay that we sing of struggle in one of the most affluent regions of the world? What are we doing? Where are we going? Sinza Nina in Zulu means, what have we done? Each year these questions arise. In some form or another within the group, as we learn to sing and share these stories, it challenges us to find a place of overlap, and concurrently, it can cause us to hide within this music. This music has changed the world, changed societies, taken and created lives. So what is our part in the story? Talisman has grown over these 20 years. And we stand on the cusp of appropriation and respectful dialogue. We are that liminal character between that moves to create and destroys precedent. This is our greatest strength and our greatest weakness. And we have often misstepped. It is important that I say this now, as in even now we continue to misstep in many ways as we try hard to learn. And I'll tell you, in this CD that you have today, there will be a song that's called Shuti Kutli. And if you look at how it's described, it says, it's an ode to the Cherokee that massacred the Wounded Knee. The Cherokee were not there. This was the Sioux Nation. Moreover, we've been confronted by communities that this song is important to, that it's not the time nor the place to sing it. So from the bottom of my heart, I apologize as we try this experiment. Now, Talisman has grown over 20 years. The conversation of responsibility to share these stories ethically will always arise as we constantly seek to expand our vision and put what we have learned to work in the world. But there is a time when we must account for what we have received. If we no longer pass the conversation to the next year, this is not sustainable. Though the members of this group have gone on to greatly affect the world in many areas, this is true, we cannot forget what we owe to this music and the potential that it holds to do even greater work. Talisman must stay true to, but officially expand beyond its Stanford roots. We need not eliminate the group as it is, but we need also create an environment that will allow us to address and move on some of the issues that plague us, to move on them. We need to create another facet of this organization. This is my vision. This is my desire. This is what I've come to believe while we write Talisman's story in the context of these musics, these histories, this responsibility to each other and to those who have lived and died before us with singing. Sinzeni nani? What have we done? Sankofa, as this concert, and as the idea, may be the bridge of the past and the future, but we must hold up our end of the bargain. We must write this future that up to this point we have interpreted as only potential, and we will fail if we allow it to fall into obscurity. Now, as Talisman embarks on his tour this year to South Africa, we will be trying to lay the foundation for a more specific and sustainable manifestation of what this music can do. We'll be trying to lay the groundwork that will allow Talisman to become a self-sustaining organization dedicated to using music to uplift communities globally. We'll be creating new partnerships with groups that are dedicated to using music as a path to facilitate access to education and challenges the expectations of philanthropy and the norms of community development in areas where they have often fallen short. We will try to make a Talisman NGO a possibility. This is the beginning of a long path, and we need your help. We have come here because of you that sit with us here tonight. And I think we are ready to give back. If you would like to learn more about this vision, if you would like to interrogate it, support it, reject it, come talk to me. After the show, contact the group. We need your help. For we need no longer ruminate on potential. It is time to take that step. And I challenge each of us to answer that call. Sinzeni nani. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to voice this vision. And thank you for bearing with my shaky hands.